Before all the lights, before the subscribers, before anyone even knew my name, I was just a regular person. Seriously, I had a normal life, went to school, and spent way too much time figuring out what I wanted to do. I didn't have any special connections or a secret formula for fame. All I had was this little camera, a laptop that was probably older than my dog, and a head full of wild, goofy ideas. I would watch other creators online and think, hey, I could do that. It seemed so simple, so fun. I dreamed of making people laugh and connecting with them, not for the fame, but for that feeling of sharing a moment, a joke, a piece of my world with someone else, even if they were miles away. So I decided to just go for it. What was the worst that could happen? My first video was, to be honest, a total disaster. The lighting was terrible, making me look like a ghost who had just seen another ghost. The sound was so fuzzy you could barely hear what I was saying over the hum of my old computer. I talked too fast, stumbled over my words, and probably looked at the wrong part of the camera the entire time. But you know what? I filmed it. I edited it, which took forever because I had no idea what I was doing. And finally, with a deep breath and a pounding heart, I clicked the upload button. It was terrifying and exciting all at once. That first step felt like jumping off a cliff, but in a good way. I gave my channel a name that felt like me and created a little banner using a free online tool. It wasn't perfect, but it was mine. I told myself that this was my space, my little corner of the internet where I could be as loud, as weird, and as creative as I wanted to be. I didn't have a big plan or a content strategy. My only strategy was to make stuff that I thought was funny or interesting. I wanted to create the kind of videos that I would want to watch, hoping that maybe, just maybe, someone else out there would want to watch them too. The dream wasn't about getting millions of views right away. It was much smaller and more personal than that. The dream was about finishing what I started. It was about proving to myself that I could learn a new skill, put myself out there, and not give up when things got awkward or difficult. I wanted to build something from scratch, a project that was 100% mine. I imagined a small community of people who got my jokes and shared my energy. That was the real goal, to find my people, my online family, one silly video at a time, even if it was just my mom and my best friend watching at first. After that first upload, I checked my channel every 5 minutes. I'm not even kidding. I would refresh the page, hoping to see the view count magically jump from 3 to 300, but it didn't. For weeks, my videos sat there with hardly any views. I'd get maybe 10 views, and I'm pretty sure 8 of them were from me checking on different devices. It felt like I was shouting into a giant empty room. I'd pour my heart and all my free time into making a video, spending hours scripting, filming, and editing, only to upload it to complete and total silence. It was discouraging, and that little voice of self-doubt started getting louder and louder in my head. Then came the comments. Well, the 1 or 2 comments I would get, sometimes they were nice, but other times they were just plain mean. "This is so cringe," one person wrote. "Your camera is terrible," said another. Each negative comment felt like a personal attack, a tiny little punch to the gut. It's tough to put your creativity out there for the world to see, and it's even tougher when the world seems to respond with a big fat meh, or worse, active dislike. I started questioning everything. Was I funny enough? Was I interesting enough? Maybe those people were right. Maybe I should just quit and stick to watching videos instead of making them. The grind was real, and it was lonely. My friends and family supported me, but they didn't fully understand the world I was trying to break into. They'd say things like, "Why do you spend so much time on those little videos?" I didn't have a good answer, except that I loved it, even when it was hard. I kept a notebook filled with ideas, pushing myself to post a new video every single week, no matter what. It became a challenge. The low views and mean comments became my fuel. I decided I wasn't going to let the silence or the negativity win. I was going to get better. So I started studying, I watched tutorials on lighting, I learned about editing tricks, and I practiced speaking to the camera until it felt less like a scary piece of glass and more like a friend. I experimented with different video formats, from skits to vlogs to commentary. Most of them flopped, but with each failure, I learned something new. I learned what my audience, all 20 of them, seemed to like and what they didn't. It was a slow, painful, and incredibly humbling process. I wasn't an overnight success. I was a work every single day for a very long time kind of success, and the journey was just getting started. For about a year, it was the same old story. Make a video, get a few views, and repeat. I was stuck in a rut, feeling like I was running on a hamster wheel. Then one day I was talking with my best friend, complaining about my channel going nowhere. She listened patiently and then said something that completely changed my perspective. "You're trying so hard to be like other YouTubers," she told me. "Why don't you just make a video about something that is 100% you? Like all those funny things your parents say?" It was like a light bulb went off in my head. She was right. I had been trying to fit a mold instead of just being myself. That very night, I sat down and wrote a script about the hilarious, relatable things my parents do. It wasn't about trends or challenges. It was about my life, my culture, and my family. I mimicked my mom and dad, put on different outfits, and just had fun with it. The video was goofy, authentic, and deeply personal. When I uploaded it, I didn't expect much. I figured it would get the usual 50 views and then fade away. But this time, something different happened. The view count started climbing. First, it hit 1,000, then 10,000. I couldn't believe my eyes. My phone was blowing up with notifications from people sharing the video and leaving comments. The comments were what really blew me away. People from all over the world were saying things like, "OMG, my parents do the exact same thing, and this is the most relatable video I've ever seen." For the first time, I wasn't just getting views. I was making real connections. People were seeing themselves and their families in my silly little skit. That video went viral, not just in my country, but everywhere. It was the turning point. It taught me the most important lesson in content creation. Authenticity is magnetic. People are drawn to real stories and real personalities, not perfect copies of someone else. That one viral video was the spark that lit the fire. Suddenly, I had thousands of new subscribers who were eager to see more. The pressure was on, but it was a good kind of pressure. I finally had my direction. My channel became a celebration of my culture, my family, and the funny side of everyday life. I continued making skits about my parents, school, and growing up, and each video helped build my community. It wasn't about a fancy camera or perfect editing anymore. It was about telling stories that mattered to me, knowing that they would matter to other people too. That one piece of advice from my friend had changed everything. As my channel grew, my life started changing in ways I never could have imagined. It wasn't just about the numbers on a screen anymore. It was about the community we were building together. I started getting recognized in public, which was super weird at first, but also incredibly heartwarming. People would come up to me and share how my videos made them laugh on a bad day or helped them feel less alone. These moments were surreal. I was no longer a girl shouting into an empty room. I was the leader of a massive, positive, and energetic squad. The feeling of making a positive impact on someone's life is more rewarding than any view count. The hard work only intensified. A bigger audience meant bigger expectations. I spent countless late nights brainstorming, writing, and editing to make sure every video was something I was proud of. It was a full-time hustle, a grind that required dedication and a whole lot of coffee. But it never felt like a chore because I was so passionate about it. I was having the time of my life, collaborating with other creators I admired and getting opportunities I had only dreamed of. My little hobby had turned into a career, a platform that allowed me to be creative every single day. The fun was in the challenge of constantly creating something new and exciting for my audience. This journey from zero to hero taught me so much about myself. It taught me resilience, it taught me the power of hard work, and most importantly, it taught me the value of being unapologetically myself. Gaining popularity wasn't just about fame, it was about gaining confidence and finding my voice. I learned that my unique perspective, my background, and my quirks were not weaknesses, but my greatest strengths. This whole experience transformed me from a shy person full of self-doubt into a confident creator who isn't afraid to take risks and speak her mind. It showed me that I was capable of so much more than I ever thought possible. So, if you're out there with a dream, whether it's starting a YouTube channel, writing a book, or learning to code, my advice is simple. Just start. Don't wait for the perfect camera, the perfect idea, or the perfect moment. The moment is now. It will be hard, you will face challenges, and there will be times when you want to quit. But don't you dare give up. Embrace your unique voice, share your story, and work hard. You never know whose day you might brighten or whose life you might change. Your journey is waiting for you. Go out there and be the hero of your own story.